Far Cry 6 is one of the best HDR games we have on the PC, in my opinion, because there's no color banding. So the colors are beautiful, but the in-game slider is broken. And I realized that by taking a screenshot. That's why always you have to double check, because you never know. These games, they are just messed up. So I took a screenshot and opened that with the HDR WCG image viewer app that you can use in Windows 11, and I realized that if I selected 800 on the peak brightness on the in-game sliders, the Maxcll is 650, 649. That's why it looks so dim with HGIG. So what you have to do is you have to increase that. Let me show you the settings I'm using here. So you have to increase it to 1100, I believe. I tested this to give me 797 for the LGC one. Okay, so you have to use peak brightness in 1100, and the paper white you can increase it beyond 200. I don't think it's necessary. When you increase the midtones, you are taking brightness from the highlights because of the ABL these TVs have. So basically it is perfectly visible like this. If you increase the midtones, you're going to reduce the HDR effect, and it is not necessary. It just looks bright enough like this, and it's very, very good. Let me go into photo mode so I can show you a day-night cycle very fast, so you see how good it looks now with these settings. So we can change the time of the day here. See? This is just fantastic. Look at that sky. Just a beautiful blue. No color banding. Look at the transition from more saturated blue. It's just amazing looking. I like it a lot. And the sun now looks less like a circle. This game, the sun looks like a circle, and yeah, the sun is a circle, but yeah, it doesn't look realistic, but you know, it's a game, but it looks very, very nice. I mean, this is just fantastic looking. You see how I can change the time of the day like this. So when the sun on the sunset, you see it gets more orange, and yeah, I like it a lot. Give it a try. It is free. I think the last days, we still have like 2 days. If you haven't tried this game, it was free for these days, and I can definitely recommend it. Beautiful HDR. The anti-aliasing is not, it's terrible, to be honest, absolutely terrible. It doesn't support DLSS. It has FSR1, and yeah, it's just outdated. They should update this game, because it is actually very good looking aside from that anti-aliasing, especially with the HDR. So see, when the night comes, it looks so good, man. So good. No black level rays. So just use HGIG with those settings that I show you for the LGC one, and you are gonna be all set. If you have a G2 or 1000 capable display, or maybe you know, you get the G3 and it's the HGIG target for the G3, I'm not sure about that. I was talking with Marcus on the live stream with Gaming Tech, and yeah, we don't know what's the HGIG of the G3. How is that going to be? I believe it's gonna be 2000 nits target, and it shouldn't, because the G3, once you change the white balance to D65, it's not gonna give you 2000 nits of peak brightness. But the reason why I believe the G3 is gonna have that is because I saw the preview from HDTV Test about the Panasonic NZ2000, and I saw it there. It was HGIG 2000 nits, 2000. And actually that Panasonic MZ2000 has a HGIG slider, I believe. So it has an HGIG setting, and you have the option to lower that slider from 2000 maybe to 1500. So for example, Elden Ring, the Maxcll of the game, if you max out the slider, I think it's 1500. Rise of the Tomb Raider is also 1500. Spider-Man, I'm not Spider-Man, I'm not sure, but it might be 1500. So there's a lot of games that go up to 1500. So I believe maybe with that option, the MZ2000, you just reduce it, and then the TV is doing tone mapping. So the Maxcll of the game is gonna be 1500, but the TV is gonna try to push as much brightness as it can. But I'm not sure about that. So yeah, it depends on the display you have. You have to test it. Take a screenshot. If you have a PC with Windows 11, take a screenshot and open that with the HDR WCG image viewer app. It's an app that is free on the Microsoft Store, and it is just so easy. Just take a screenshot, open it with that app. It's gonna tell you the Maxcll. So you have to double check, even if the game has sliders, because sometimes they just don't do what they are supposed to do, and that's why it looks too dark. Yeah, because it's not correct. It's just messed up. And if you have a console, I actually ask Gaming Tech, how is that you're doing it on the PS5 and on the Xbox? And what he does, basically, he takes a video, he captures a video with an Elgato capture card, and then he opens that video on the PC with the VCL player, and then he takes a screenshot, and then he opens that with the HDR WCG image viewer app. That's how he does it. So yeah, if you don't have that, then you don't know. You're shooting in the dark on the console. Yeah, try to watch a Gaming Tech video. I don't have a console, so I cannot tell you. But yeah, if you are on the PC, you can definitely use these settings. This game on HDR is my top 5, 100%. I mean, no doubt about it. My favorite HDR game so far, I think, is Returnal, The Witcher 3, Elden Ring, because it just works. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is the same HDR as Elden Ring. This game, for sure. These games that I'm mentioning, they do not have black level rays, which is very important to be considered one of the best HDR games. The rest of the games, yeah, I know how to fix them. They look fantastic. It doesn't really matter. After I fix the games, I do not consider them to be like just a workaround. It is completely fixed, in my opinion. They just looks perfect, like no problem whatsoever. It is like if it was perfect. Like, I don't even care. At this point, I don't even care. I open the game, I realize, okay, it has the black level rays. I lower the black level, and it's perfect. I'm not like, oh man, I wish it didn't have the black level rays. At this point, I don't care. I know how to fix it. I fix it, and I enjoy the game, and it looks fantastic. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. So again, take a screenshot with your PC. Always double check, because we never know. These games, for some reason, they have the sliders messed up. Also, before I end the video, this game has 2 options here for the HDR. It has the one that I am using, SC HDR, I think it's called. Let me see. HDR SC RGB. So if you read what they are telling you, or they're actually not explaining you, but I did my research back when I played this game, and this SC RGB is supposed to have better color gradation, but I cannot see color banding with HDR10 either, and they both have the same issue with this HDR peak brightness slider. And of course, the picture that we see here, it is not 100% representative of the effect of these sliders. As usual, the picture rarely tells you what's going on. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, I'm playing this. Let me see if you can see. I'm not sure if you can see the afterburner numbers. on the recording. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions.